guys, my name is Britt Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about all the Christmas movies that I have watched up to this point. So I'm going to try to make this video short and sweet and just tell you guys, because I've been doing like all the Christmas movies that I'm excited for, onto you guys about actually the ones that I have watched. So before we get started, guys, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and let's go over my star rating. Now, normally star ratings for movies are like a 1 or a 0 out of 10. I'm going to do kind of like my booktube stuff. I'm gonna do 5 stars, which 5 stars being the best and I want to rewatch immediately. 4 stars being I really enjoyed this movie. 3 stars is kind of middle of the road, like it was okay, it wasn't great, but it also wasn't the worst either. 2 being something I really don't want to watch again, and 1 being I probably didn't finish the movie. So I have a list of Christmas movies that I have watched, and I have them all across the board. So let's start out with A Christmas Catch. This is on Netflix. This is about a police officer who goes undercover and she starts dating a diamond thief, or what they think is a diamond thief, and the acting wasn't that great. So I finished it, but I am probably giving it like 2.5 stars. I really just couldn't connect to it. It was not cheesy enough, but it was too cheesy in places, if that makes any sense. But then the next movie I watched was Christmas with a Prince, and this is about a doctor who works in a cancer ward, and this kind of rubbed me the wrong way because it's about a prince who gets hurt and he has a broken leg, which he goes into like this doctor's ward, the cancer ward, because he can't get home. They don't really explain what's going on and why he can't go home, but all he has is a broken leg. It's not like he has cancer or anything like that. So the doctor and him know each other from like boarding school way long time ago, because the doctor's like in her late 30s or like mid 30s area. And the reason why I didn't like it, because yeah, you got to see like all these kids with cancer, which I'm not gonna go into that because I have, you know, a sketchy history with cancer myself. Not myself, but like my friends have passed away with cancer, and just some family members who have had it. And I just felt like I don't know, they just came in and did this completely wrong, and I don't really ever want to watch this movie again. So I'm giving it 2 stars. The actress in it was really good. The actor who played the prince was just unbelievable at times, and the ending was pretty good. It kind of like saved it a little bit from being a 1 or me continue on and watching it, but just not something I ever really want to watch again. So the third movie I watched was Holiday. This is on Netflix, and this is about 2 single people who are tired of having to have somebody to come to holidays like Christmas, New Year's. So they work out a plan for each holiday that they would go to each other's family parties or friends parties with each other, so they wouldn't be alone and they have someone to talk to, but there wouldn't be any expectations from them. And I'm giving this movie a 4 star. I really enjoyed it. I don't think it's something that I'm going to make sure I watch every single year, but I really did enjoy it. Then the next one I watched was A Prince for Christmas, and this is pretty much an aunt is raising her niece and nephew after her brother-in-law and sister pass away, and it's Christmas time, and her brother-in-law's family comes out of the woodwork, and they own a castle, and they're these kind of big important people, and they ask her and her niece and nephew to come stay in the castle, and she ends up falling for the prince. It's really cute and a really fun Christmas movie, and I don't know, that it was really good. So I'm actually giving A Prince for Christmas 4 stars. It is something that I've watched, I think last year, maybe the year before, whenever it came out, and I made sure that I watched it again this year. Movie number 5 is Midnight at the Magnolia, and I'm giving this movie 4 stars also because I really enjoyed it. It's about a best friend duo, a guy and a girl, who not own a radio station, but they work on a radio station, and they're trying to get publicity and get into the, like, instead of just being in this one area, having like their radio station across the world and worldwide. So they're talking to this company, and their dads own this like jazz bar called the Magnolia, and it's kind of going under. So they decide to do this New Year's Eve reveal where they talk about and bring their significant others, but unfortunately they do not have significant others to introduce to their parents at this midnight thing they're having at their dad's jazz bar that they're actually trying to save, and it's really fun and creative, and they've been best friends for a very long time, and I just fell in love with both these characters in the storyline. It was so much fun. So yeah, like I said, 4 stars. So we're gonna go over to a 1-star review. Unfortunately, this is called Christmas Breakin, and it's on Netflix, and I think it's new this year. I could be wrong, but pretty much we have like some jewel thieves, or like some thieves that are trying to get away from being caught, and this girl actually gets stuck in this school overnight because of a snowstorm, and the thieves have to like kind of break in to get away from the storm and get away from the people who were chasing them. And yeah, it wasn't good acting. It wasn't very believable. The only really thing I liked about it was the guitar aspect of it. The girl is trying to learn how to play the guitar. She's really wanting a guitar, and that's the only aspect that I really liked, the musical part of it. The rest of it just were not well picked out, and I don't know, I just really didn't enjoy it, and I almost didn't finish it. Like, I was pretty close to just turning it off and not starting it back over. Movie number 7 is Santa Girl. I love this movie. This is about Santa Claus's daughter not feeling like she fits in the North Pole, so she decides to go to college so she can fit in with more of the human people. And of course, Mrs. Claus is passed away, and she's not really connecting with her father anymore, so she goes to college, and she doesn't really know how to fit in because she's never lived around humans. She's always lived around elves, and she's kind of, like I said, she's lost touch with her dad because her dad has turned giving kids gifts and stuff into a business aspect instead of this fun, joyful time. And she eats a lot of candy. She really doesn't eat a lot of like real food, and so that was really interesting. So I really enjoyed this. The little cute love story was cute in it, and like the daughter-father dynamic and like the conclusion to the father-daughter dynamic was really cute, and getting to see Santa Claus from a different aspect other than this big, joyful, jolly fellow. We got to see him more as like a business person. So I'm giving this like 4.5 stars. It was really good. I think I watched it last year or whenever it came out, and I enjoyed watching it again this year. I have 2 TV shows on this list. I'm not a big like TV show person, but I did watch Merry Happy Whatever. I think I watched it last year. I'm giving the whole series in total 4 stars because this is about a girl who lives in LA. She brings her boyfriend home to meet her very, I think, Jersey family, and they're very family oriented, and they do everything, and it's just a lot of fun. There's a lot of stuff that goes down. There's this like in-laws against the main part of the family, and I don't know, it's just a lot of fun because he is not exactly who they wanted for her, but he fits in just the same, and it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed watching these episodes. And I have one more to go. Like I said, I watched it last year, so I already know what's going on. I did want to put this on the list for you guys. So another TV show is Dash and Lily, which I'm actually reading the book. I have read the book before, but Dash and Lily came out this year, and I have watched all the episodes because I had to binge watch them while I was working from home, and they're so fun and cute and amazing, and I love the book. But now I really want to like physically own the book eventually. I have it on my Kindle, but I physically want to own it one day. And it just follows everything from the book, but you have a little bit different. And pretty much you have Lily, whose parents have gone off on a vacation during the Christmas time, and her grandfather has left. Then you have Dash, who is this kind of like high society guy who he doesn't want to be with his mom during Christmas. He doesn't want to be with his dad during Christmas. So he tells each parent that he's going to be with the other one during the Christmas holiday time when he's out of school. And Lily decides to do this kind of like scavenger hunt. She leaves a notebook in the Strand, and he finds it, and he follows all the clues. So they talk back and forth between like letters in this book, and they leave it different places for each person, and they send each person out on these like dares pretty much. And it's so much fun and so Christmassy and so New York Christmassy, which is really interesting to me because I've always wanted to go to New York during the Christmas time. But it was really, really good. So I'm giving the whole series a 5-star. It was absolutely amazing, and I want to rewatch it soon. Then the last 2 movies that I want to talk to you guys about are actually on Amazon Prime, and you can thank Macy, my friend Macy from The Bright Side Girl, for introducing me to both these movies because she's the only reason why I watched these. These were not on my radar whatsoever. So the first one I want to talk to you guys about, take it with a grain of salt because it is very horrible acting. The plot point's pretty good. Characters are a little bit believable. It's over cheesy, but it's called Christmas movie Christmas. And pretty much we have two sisters, one who loves Christmas and loves Christmas movies like I do, who would want to pretty much live in a Christmas movie. And then we have the other sister who pretty much hates Christmas. I wouldn't say hates Christmas, she's just kind of not really into it like the other sister is. And the sister who loves Christmas ends up making a Christmas wish, and they wake up in a Christmas movie and they have to do like the cheesy stuff like hot cocoa and cookies, and they have the Graham over crazy Graham who loves Christmas, and all she does is bake cookies all the time, and they have to save the town or save Christmas for the town, and it's really fun. So me and Macy have actually talked about this, and I'm not going to try to give away too much because honestly this movie wasn't that great, guys. Honestly, if there wasn't one character in it, I probably wouldn't have continued on watching this movie. There's this guy named Paul in it, and it's not that he's like this super hot and sexy guy. He is so funny, and like when he shows up your heart just lights up, and he is so funny, and he made that movie. Like I couldn't care about anybody else until he showed up. I was like, where's Paul? What's Paul doing? But anyways, guys, if you have watched that movie, please let me know down in the comments what you think, and if you loved Paul as much as I do. And if you guys haven't watched it yet, go over and check it out, and then leave me a comment down below if you guys like Paul. Paul was absolutely amazing. The only reason why I'm giving it 3 stars is because Paul saved that movie. I am gonna say that. Paul saved that movie. But then last but certainly not least, from Amazon Prime, we have Girlfriends of Christmas Past, and pretty much we have a guy who is dating a girl for a year, and he decides to break up with her because he's just getting too serious and he don't know if he can do that. So she decides to team up with some of his ex-girlfriends and kind of sabotage, because he ends up dating this other girl. And it's really fun because they do a lot of weird stuff, like very vindictive stuff, to kind of show the new girlfriend how he really is in relationships, so she doesn't get hurt the way they do. And they end up forming this really cute friendship. Oh my gosh, it was really cute, so I'm giving it 4 stars. I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I originally thought I would, but it also has a really like nice, believable, realistic ending to it. So but anyways, guys, I think that's all the time we have today to talk about the Christmas movies that I have recently watched. I hope to be doing this series a little bit every few weeks for you guys. I probably won't tell you guys all the movies that I watch because I do watch a lot, but that's why I don't get a lot of reading done in the month of like November, December. I just don't. I give up. End of October, I'm like, yep, I met my quota, I'm good. It's movie time. But anyways, guys, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing everybody soon in my next one. Bye!